What would you do if a single act of courage turned your world upside down? In the heart of Chicago's bustling streets, where the hum of life drowned out the cries of the desperate, Clara Mason's life was about to change forever. She was no hero, just a 28-year-old barista scraping by, her dreams of opening a community art center buried under bills and long shifts. But that chilly autumn evening, as she walked home through a dimly lit alley, fate had other plans. The scream was faint, almost swallowed by the city's noise, but it pierced Clara's heart. A boy, no older than 10, was cornered by 3 shadowed figures, their voices low and menacing. Her pulse raced. She could walk away, most would, but something in the boy's wide, terrified eyes locked her in place. Without a second thought, she stepped forward, her voice steady despite her trembling hands. "Leave him alone." The thieves turned, their faces obscured by hoods, but their sneers were clear. One brandished a knife, glinting under the streetlight. Clara's stomach churned, but she stood her ground, gripping her keys like a weapon. "I said back off." Her voice was louder now, drawing the attention of passers-by. The thieves hesitated, then fled into the night, their footsteps echoing against the brick walls. Clara rushed to the boy, kneeling to meet his tear-streaked face. "You're safe now," she whispered, her heart still pounding. His name was Eli, and he clung to her hand as she walked him to the nearest police station. He didn't say much, just that he'd been separated from his brother during a chaotic street festival. Clara stayed with him, offering quiet reassurances until a man burst through the station doors, his tailored suit and frantic expression out of place in the fluorescent-lit room. "Eli," he cried, scooping the boy into his arms. Clara stepped back, unnoticed, ready to slip away. But the man's eyes found hers. "You saved him," he said, his voice thick with gratitude. "I'm Nathan Pierce." Nathan Pierce. The name hit Clara like a shockwave. Chicago's billionaire tech mogul, known for his reclusive nature and empire of innovation. Eli's brother. She stammered, unsure how to respond, but Nathan's gaze was unwavering. "I owe you everything," he said. Clara shrugged it off, insisting anyone would have done the same. She left the station, expecting the night to fade into memory. It didn't. The next morning, her phone buzzed with a call from an unknown number. "Miss Mason, this is Nathan Pierce's assistant. He'd like to meet you." Hours later, Clara sat in a sleek office overlooking the city, feeling like an imposter in her worn sneakers. "Nathan didn't waste time. Eli told me everything. You risked your life for him. I want to repay you." Clara laughed nervously, expecting a check or a thank you note. Instead, Nathan slid a folder across his desk. "I've funded your community art center. Fully. Land, permits, staff, everything you've dreamed of. It's yours." Clara's breath caught. She'd mentioned her dream in passing to Eli at the station, a fleeting comment to calm him. Now it was real. Tears welled in her eyes, but so did doubt. "Why me? I just did what was right." Nathan leaned forward, his intensity softening. "Because the world needs more people like you, Clara. People who act, not because they expect a reward, but because it's who they are." The weeks that followed were a whirlwind. The arts center rose from an empty lot, its walls soon filled with laughter, paint, and possibility. Kids from the neighborhood, like Eli once was, found a safe haven. Clara, once invisible in her apron, became a beacon of hope. But the change wasn't just external. The weight of her own fear's failure, insignificance lifted. She'd saved Eli, but in a way, his brother's gesture had saved her, too. Yet, the story wasn't without shadows. Rumors swirled. Some called her a gold digger. Others questioned Nathan's motives. Clara faced the whispers head-on, her resolve unshaken. She invited skeptics to the center, letting its impact speak for itself. One evening, as she locked up, Eli ran to her, a drawing in hand, a stick figure. Clara with a glowing heart. "You're my hero," he said. Nathan, standing nearby, smiled. "Mine too." Clara's life had changed overnight, not because of money, but because one brave moment reminded her of her own strength. She hadn't just rescued a boy, she'd reclaimed her purpose. And in a world often dark and divided, that was the greatest reward of all.